Well, it's Monday. You know what that means? We got ourselves another recovery. She sent me a picture of it last night. It didn't look that bad. I get out here today. It's definitely a lot worse than it looks. I guess they tried digging this thing out. And man, did they definitely dig it out, because look at the size of that hole right there. But we are on the train tracks. We've got a road maybe 150 feet back. And it was not what I was expecting, but that's good. Makes it more challenging, better video. So we got a game plan for this is we're just gonna winch it out, get under here, connect it, get rid of this stuff, and hook up my rhino straps. And we're not too bad, but it's real soft, swampy right here. So let's get this thing rigged up and get her out of here.
I only got liability on this, let's put it that way.
So here's how they hooked it up, and this is something that I talk about in my other videos. They had the right idea to go to the control arm down here, but what they did is they went over the tie rod. Now, if you can see it there, but that way when you put tension on it, you're gonna bend that tie rod. So always remember that when you're hooking up under here, if there is no toe points, make sure you're not over the tie rod or under it, and realize when you're gonna get tension on it, if it's gonna bend anything. And forgive us, my voice is shot. We've been at Jeep Beach all week. I got Tristan out here. He's another. How's it going, guys? Another guy over at Rhino out of the SoCal office, but we've been yelling toe straps, shackles, D-rings at the Jeep Beach event for the last few days, and my voice is gone, but we'll get this thing out, no problem. All right, well, we got it rigged up. We have our axle strap down under there with a D-ring, and then we have a 20-foot strap that is doubled up. Normally I would use a tree saver, but my tree savers are at the house for Jeep Beach. I unloaded the Jeep, so we have a 20-foot toe strap doubled up, soft shackle. The end of the winch line is right here. I was just gonna go for a single line pull. Didn't think it was gonna be too bad, no reason to run a snatch block, but now it's out of gas. So whoever got it stuck here just kept spinning it, messing with it, digging it out, spinning it some more. So she is out of gas. So this is gonna be a little bit tougher pull. I'm debating on whether we just want to go ahead and try and pull it out as it is, dead weight, or if we should run to the store and get some gas. But I think for right now, we're just gonna try and get it up to right here. My concern is it only being two-wheel drive and on an embankment like we're at. I'm gonna get it up to right here, and then as I'm pulling it, it's just gonna want to slide down into this ditch. And we got about a solid 150 to 180 feet back down there to the road. So there is a very good chance that it's gonna get stuck over here somewhere. But we're gonna hit it. We don't have a lot to work with, so we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna go ahead and give it a pull and see what happens. Well, we got it unstuck initially, so you know, half the battle is done, but now we have the other half the battle is dragging it out through here. We were originally thinking maybe cut across this, but it probably will get stuck in there, and it's a really tight fit between that pole and that fence. So we're just gonna back it out, but it is gonna wanna stay down in this ditch. So I think I'm gonna get it one more round to winching, get it another 20-30 feet back, and then I'm just debating on pulling it out with the kinetic rope from there, because it is dead weight. But we'll see, you know. That's why I like recoveries, because each one's a little different. They're all a little tricky, and you know, they can be a challenge. So, but we'll get it. We always do. right, so one thing with winching, I try and cover this a lot because it is very serious. You see how I kind of am off to an angle right here? I'm not a straight on pull. Ideal situation, winch line would be right in the middle. It's not, we're off to the side, so what happens is it bounds up over here. And the thicker it gets right here, it'll start rubbing here. And then on other winches, it'll rub back here on the bar like a Smitty built or something. Problem is that will cut your line, so you always got to be careful. Stop every 10-15 seconds, every minute or two, whatever it may be. Freeze pull your winch, pull your line back out, suck it back in over there, make sure that it's not all bound up on one side or the other. We're making it happen out here. Finally getting this thing pulled out. It's taken quite a while, but we're making it happen, that's for sure. Check that out. Had to pull it all the way from way over there. Finally all the way up here. We're almost out of here. Man, Wes woke me up this morning and told me that we had a recovery. I had no idea it was gonna be like this. We pretty much pulled this thing 200 yards so far, and we're still going. Check this out. That's where we're at right now. That's where we were before. So we're making it little by little. Gonna back that out a little bit more, get a little bit more room to pull. We're almost back up onto the main road. Should be out of here within the next 5 minutes or so. So what happens is this knob right here, it won't engage all the way, and that happens almost every winch. So what you do is turn it back, freeze pull it, pull a little bit out, and then as you're going, then now it'll lock in. Sometimes you just gotta jiggle it, but it'll get stuck right there. Almost every style winch does that. Gotcha. Well, you heard it. Always make sure that you double check the sides of your winch, make sure it doesn't get knotted up. If it does, you're gonna have to back it out a little bit and feed it down the correct position. All right, so what we're thinking is we're gonna get it up to about right here, try to, and then make this turn and then just cut through that yard out the driveway versus trying to get it back on the street, because we would have to stop traffic, and then we have this ditch right here. And as you can tell, it does not want to come up. It wants to slide down. So having to fandangle through this crap probably is gonna be more difficult than just making this turn. But even then, this turn, you got a ditch on this side, there's a culvert, ditch on this. So we really want to get it right here, then be able to crank the wheel and go all the way that way. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to get rid of this tow strap. We're gonna run the winch line directly to my axle straps. Now you can see how we have it hooked up under here. So axle strap around the control arm, not over the tie rod like they had it. So I mean, that just bent it all up. It actually didn't bend it up, they got lucky, but it normally would. Right around the control arm. So we're gonna get rid of this tow strap, run the end of the winch hook right to the D-ring. Well, the issue is that when we started pulling on it that way, it actually just started dragging the front end over, which was gonna put it in this ditch over here. So we should have pulled it up maybe just another 5 to 8 feet for it to make that turn. but it's a little tricky over here. So what we're gonna do is snatch block off of this pole. Normally I would never recommend using the utility pole as, you know, something to hold weight, but it's a dead line. There's nothing up there, so this is an abandoned pole. Realistically, it shouldn't even be here. It should have been taken out already, so or taken out. But we're gonna run the snatch block off of it. If you've never used a snatch block, this is how you set it up. These things just open and close. It's a big pulley. You open it up, feed your line through it, pinch it, shut it. And so now that way, we're gonna redirect the pull. I'll be over here, but it's gonna redirect the angle to go that way. So I just gotta hook up a little strap right here with a shackle, and we'll be good to go. All right, now we run this, make sure the winch is free-spooled. Then we'll run this back. Now this way it's gonna pull it forward and be able to make this turn instead of just dragging it straight this way, because the winch is strong enough to where it's just gonna drag the whole front end right here, and it's gonna be all up in this ditch and in the culvert. You always want this at the bottom. You don't want this 6 feet up. You know, we're putting a lot of weight on it. Bottom of the pole is going to be the strongest, but you also don't want it resting on the ground to where your winch line is scrubbing the ground the whole way. So we want to keep it about right here. If it'll stay there, cool. If not, if it falls to the ground, not a big deal. I would rather it be on the ground than be up high. All right, we got it set up. Got rid of the snatch block, no more winching. We got the kinetic rope, 7/8, 30,000 pound kinetic rope. Same setup underneath it, axle strap to the D-ring, to the control arm, and now we just replaced the winch line hook with the kinetic rope. Winching, you know, is much slower. So now that we're gonna pull on it, it's gonna go a little bit faster, but we have this big thing, anchor for the pull. Again, that should have already been taken out. So that's our only obstacle right now. We're gonna try and finagle around that and get out. So should be the last pull if all goes well. All right, you good? Hold on. Hey, you know, 4 low would help. I was only in 2-wheel drive. When you guys are pulling, make sure you're in 4 low. Any vehicle, if you're doing a recovery like this where you're pulling somebody out, unless you got a big V8 with a ton of power, put that thing in 4 low. It'll save a lot of strain on everything. Look how much easier it pulls it in 4 low. All right. Straighten it out just a little. Successful recovery mission, like always. I told you guys we would get it. We always do. We always make it happen. I'm sure one day we're not going to be able to make it happen, but until that day comes, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Back out on the road. She's disconnected on the street. I think it's going to fire up for gas now because it's level. It is very low, but now that it's level, it may have a chance of starting. But either which way, she lives right around the corner, so she said she can just go grab some gas, throw it in here. Our job is done. And yeah, we're gonna jam back to the house and edit this video and get it up in the next few hours because as promised, I want to drop a video every Monday. I've been at Jeep Beach. I've been on the road, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina for the last 10 days and I haven't done any filming. So as thankful as she is that I came out here and saved her, I'm actually more thankful because she got stuck and I got to make a video and keep my promise to you guys to drop a video on Mondays. So jam home real quick, edit this, and get it up in the next couple hours. Well, we made it back to the house. Successful recovery mission, like always. This video, we are going to give away a $50 gift card to Rhino USA. So you can go pick whatever recovery gear you want. Snatch block, D-ring, shackles. You can use that gift card towards the purchase of a kinetic rope and, you know, take 50 bucks off, whatever you want to do with it. For anybody that doesn't believe me, we've had a few comments saying, you know, how do we know who wins? I'll try and get better about that, but like as of now, I haven't picked a winner. So when this video goes live, then I usually go back to last week's video and I'll comment under their comment saying, congrats, you won. So anybody can go back and look at the videos, scroll through the comments, and you'll see who wins each time. But yeah, that's how we do it. I'll try and get better with it and maybe, you know, put in a screenshot of the winner. We'll work on that in future videos. But if you made it this far, I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Smash that like button for me, and we will see you next Monday.